Hello, everyone. I want to speak this morning on November 18th, 2020, about Qquawan Charles from Baldwin, Louisiana. Quawan was a 15-year-old young man, and this case is finally receiving some national attention. I think it shows a lot about how our policing system in this country is racist and wrong, and why I demand fundamental changes in the way we police in America. We all see videos in the recent years. The enemy, I believe, is made quite clear and quite plain because we see it on video. It's the police shooting black men, often unarmed, often in their home, often in their back. So we've got police doing that. But to help people understand the big picture, I believe one of the reasons Qquawan Charles is and will rest in power is because it's enlightening a lot of people about the wide net of this systematic racism. Quawan, like I said, was 15 years old, around 107 pounds. He was a little fella at the age around when people start to grow up and get bigger. Like me, he wanted to be bigger, and he had just moved and was hanging out with a lot of white friends and was doing a lot of push-ups and drinking protein shakes and ready to become a bigger fella. That day, he left with a white young man and the white young man's mother without either mom or dad's permission. And that night, they said he left late. His parents were not able to get a hold of him on his phone, and reported the situation to the police. The police dismissed their concerns and told mom that Quawan was probably at a football game or something. Quawan's body was found 4 days later. In those 4 days, no media was alerted. No Amber Alert was put out. His body was found in a sugarcane field. And they reported initial findings as a drowning. Quawan's body was taken. His mother took pictures of it, just like Emmett Till's mother did. And these pictures have circulated around the world. You won't be seeing them here. His face had been horribly disfigured, and his body was brutalized, basically. Since the uproar of what's going on, the police have since upgraded it to a probable homicide investigation. And the word before that, I'm not sure where it is right now, was that an autopsy would take at least 28 days and all that. And no one had been questioned as far as I know, and the family, anyone's not getting any answers. now with the media involvement, things are moving, but the some of the reasoning that the police gave to call it a drowning, and how his body and circumstances of lips and teeth being on different parts of his body that they shouldn't be, said it was probably due to some aquatic species of animals attacking his body. Of course, none of this makes sense, and what this emphasizes is it's not just in the videos that we see the police being racist. It's if Quawan was a little white boy that had been missing overnight, I think the town of Baldwin, Louisiana, the New Iberia parish where his body was found, the state of Louisiana, the country as a whole would be in an uproar about what happened to the little white boy, and we would be seeing on social media save the children things, and what about this as the larger wheels of systematic racism start turning. I hope we have justice for Quawan. I'm ready to hit the streets for Quawan. The virus makes conditions kind of difficult for traveling and doing things. But down in really southern Louisiana, it seems things are a little even more lacking of progress, of this incremental change that isn't going to get us there. It's why messages like defund the police are so important, because these police are being paid for with tax dollars. We're paying armed terrorists, basically, who participate in travesties like this. I've said if defund the police is too much for you, you need to deprogram your mind of unconditional support and love for the police, and know that they are excessively funded. Defund Planned Parenthood seemed to work pretty good. And something not as controversial as that, defunding the arts in schools, defunding science, the whitewash history. People didn't have a problem with defunding that, and they successfully did it. So let's take a look at funding of police, which my personal feelings are we need it to be abolished. This system, our policing in America began after the Civil War and slavery was abolished as a way to continue slavery. This will be a continued theme that I'll be touching on, and I'm going to leave it right there. And my heart, and I hope if you're a praying type, that your prayers are with Quawan and justice for Quawan. You should also know that Lafayette, Louisiana, is where Trayford Pellerin was shot in the back, walking away from police 10 times. 2 days later, Justin Blake happened in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and it didn't seem to get the media attention. But look up Trayford, Treyford, Pellerin, Pelliren, and take a look at what went down there. When I worked with persons with disabilities, we de-escalated for minimum wage these type of situations daily. You can see right there on video what happens. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Support Black Lives. Peace.